Joining us tonight, social media superstars, President Trump's most loyal supporters, Diamond and Silk, hosts of the Fox Nation show, Diamond and Silk, and here they are. Great to see you all. Let me first get your reaction to a governor who is talking about supporting abortion up to the cutting of the umbilical cord, who is appearing in his medical school yearbook in blackface or in a KKK hood. I mean, he apologized for being in a racist photo, not for his racist conduct. Your thoughts?
Yeah. He should be apologizing for being a racist. And I want to know, was he the KKK or was he the person in blackface? We really do need to know that because, you know, he represents the Democrat Party. He is a Democrat. And, you know, they've been known to do things like this, or, you know, they've been known to be the party that supported the KKK back in the day. So we need to know that. And then not only that, he needs to also step down for trying to legalize abortions up to the birth. That is very appalling. And I am surprised that pastors and we're not in an uproar about killing babies, murdering babies.
Yeah, of course, it was turned down, the law in Virginia. It passed in New York, for crying out loud. You know, the Democrats, as you say, it was a long time ago, over 100 years ago. The Republican parties working to free the slaves. The Democrats pro-slavery. But a lot has gone on since then. But one thing that is different now, certainly in our society, is that the Democratic Party wants to see us become socialist, perhaps move further left than that. This is an extraordinary, I have never seen either party move in any direction as fast as the Democratic Party is moving to the left. Your thoughts?
Well, absolutely. You know, when you talk about socialism, you are absolutely right. When I hear the Elizabeth Warrens want to tax the rich at 90%, that's income inequality as far as I'm concerned. You're telling me if I pull myself up by my bootstraps, you're going to take 90% of my earnings and give that back to the government so that they can continue to get their kickback, paddywhack, give a dog a bone. That's not fair to the American people. The American people won't even have the drive to want to be better and do better and obtain the American dream when you gonna take the dream away from them and have them living in a nightmare.
That's right. And just take a look at how a lot of these Congress and senators, how their stakes are looking, where you have U.S. American citizens living in tents on the street, but you have the Congress approving funding for sanctuary cities for illegal aliens. Now, that's a big problem. That's a big problem because if you say you want to run for the president, guess what? That's how you're going to do this whole entire country. You're going to have U.S. citizens living in tents on the streets. Where are they at to save the U.S. citizens instead of saving and catering to these illegal aliens?
You know, these socialist ideas, it's a peculiar piece of historical timing, it seems to me. One is you have Venezuela, the leading socialist experiment in this hemisphere, absolutely tearing itself to shreds. It is devastated. Its people are impoverished and starving. And at the same time, the United States has more people working than ever before in our history. We have the highest number of people working ever. We have wages rising, and we have historically low unemployment rates for African Americans, for Hispanics. Everyone in this country is participating in the president's restoration of prosperity, and we've got the fools running around talking about socialism. What is, I mean, it makes no sense.
It makes no sense, but you have to realize what the Democratic Party, what they do. Intimidate, manipulate in order to dominate. I'm not going to give you a hand up. I'm going to give you a handout so that I can control you.
That's right.
And if you don't want to be controlled, then you don't need to vote for a Democrat, especially the ones with these socialistic ideas that will not help the American people, but will propel us backwards into slavery, into the sharecropping days.
That's right.
Do you think the president ought to declare a national emergency to get that wall built?
He should.
Yes.
He should. But you know what really bothers me? Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer thinking that they can play with taxpayers' dollars.
That's right.
They don't own taxpayers' dollars.
Right.
That money don't belong to them. That's the American people money. We want a wall, and they should be funding the wall.
That's right.
Diamond and Silk, great to see you. Have a great weekend. Thanks for being with us.